Put your money away, because I'll tell you this for free. There's absolutely nothing special about me. I was born in a little town called Burnley. Went to school not too far from there in a place called Accrington. Mum was a teacher. Dad started in a factory and worked his way up. There's absolutely nothing special about me. But growing up, I always just felt like I had a little bit more to give, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel like this, but the start of this story is that I always felt like I had a little bit more to give. I always felt like I could go that extra mile, like I had that extra gear, whether that be playing football as a kid or whether that be anything that I'd really done. I always felt like I could grit my teeth and maybe outwork's the wrong word, but just get after it. I just felt like I had more to give, and everyone's got the same story, but as your teachers are telling you that you should just go and do a trade, and you're kind of getting pushed in weird directions, and friends in Burnley are doing drugs and going out, and we're 16 years old, I'm getting thrown out of school constantly, all my friends are doing drugs and going out on the weekend, and that's all they care about. And as we're growing up, people are just gonna get coking or ketting or whatever that looks like in those small towns, and I just always felt like I had a little bit more to give. And I suppose that's kind of where this story started. And I first started applying it to football when I was a kid, playing as well as I possibly could and putting my 100% in, and then that scaled to playing half decent for Mansfield Town, and then it sent me going to America, and football got me through my degree. I realised, yeah, although people have got better situations and they're doing well and their parents are pushing them in the right places, like, that doesn't mean that you can't just be a normal kid from a normal background and do big things. The question that I started to ask myself was, why not me? Like, why not me? Why not you? Was the thing that started to push me, and I realised that the hard work can translate into forward momentum in your life. Why me? I kept asking myself the question, well, why not me? Like, why can't I go to America and get a great degree? Why can't I go and do this next big thing? Why can't I fight in a cage and beat up a kid? And now the question that I'm asking myself is, why can't I run 100 kilometers, my first ever ultramarathon? Last year, me and the boys went and did Ironman as our first ever triathlon. Everybody said, oh, that's fucking stupid, you should go and do a little triathlon, you should get a bike first and learn to bike. And the same question kind of persisted, well, why not me? Why can't we go and do Austria under a heat advisory and crank it as our first triathlon, no coaches, barely any nutrition, barely any training, doing that alongside building Notice, the fastest growing marketing agency in the UK that I've launched with my brother? And the answer is, well, someone's fucking doing it. Someone's building a company, someone's fucking doing Ironman. Are these people better than me or you? And the answer is no. Like, one of the things that I've realised as I've gone further, and that's with the company, making inside of 42 under 42 this year, and growing the agency like we've grown it, or doing Ironmans or ultramarathons, is that every single person you meet along the way is just a normal person. You see them, they're skin and bone, maybe they were raised in a slightly better situation, but they're just normal people, they're not superheroes. There's nothing different between a normal kid born in a normal town than some CEO who runs a company, and the only difference is the fact that they have it inside them to say, well, why not me? Why can't I build a global company? Why can't I go out and do this? Why can't I push myself to the next thing? And they sit down and they say, yeah, maybe I'm not the type of person that can do that today, but I'll build that person and become that type of person. So over the last few years, I set it as my mission to build myself into the type of person that can do the shit that I want to do, whether that is Ironman with the boys, whether that is building a fast growing company, whether that is now training for a 100-kilometer ultramarathon in some fucking random town in Portugal. And one of the questions you might ask is, well, why? Why would you do this? And it's a 5,000 foot elevation 100-kilometer ultramarathon. How the fuck am I gonna do that? And the answer is, you set the goal. You're not the type of person, like right now I couldn't run 100 kilometers, but I'll tell you this for free, Babby, I'm gonna get up on my own in the morning, put the miles in, and become the type of person that can chop that down. Anyway, that all being said, this vlog today is gonna be about the first run of the block, which is an 18-mile trail run with my girlfriend Mena. where we're taking ourselves out to the Peak District and we're going to run 18 miles up 4,000 feet of elevation. It's fucking January 17th. Neither of us want to be there. She's working a long day tomorrow, which is Sunday, and I want you to come along for this terrible run as a show of, well, if I can do it, why can't you? This is episode 1 of becoming an ultra marathon runner.
In the Peak District today, 3,000 feet of elevation. You can see we're already 1,000 feet up. Me and Menna, she's behind the camera, big up Menna. This is gonna take about 4 hours, 18 miles. And the reason that we're doing it, as opposed to the fun runs, the marathons, and all the stuff that looks pretty, the 5Ks, we've got to get up on a Saturday morning and grind out some big fucking hikes to get ready for the 100K, Ironman Tembe, and all the other wild stuff we've got coming. So I'm with us for 18 miles. And this is the start of the journey to 100 kilometers. So 0 to 100 kilometers starts now. Keep going. We're 6K in, Haribo's have been cracked out. Down there, I'll show you that. 4K feet of elevation. We're not giving those ultra medals away, Barbie. 6K in, we're about to embark up this hill onto this fucking big Jonah. It's absolutely Baltic. It's muddy, and I've only gone also with tits about 7 times, but road to multiple medals this year. Coming, heading. Anyway, fucking like and subscribe. Who's that? Any comments so far, Bob?
It's actually quite fun.
Aww.
The depression's gone.
Oh. Look at the view while we're here. Look at this. You don't get that on fucking London Barony. One of the things me and Menna were just going through was how many hours does it take to, in this case the ultra marathon, but we're training for Ironman Tembe. And the question I asked is, how many hours does it take to train for a triathlon like that or an event like that or whatever? And the answer is 2 hours a day for 10 months. And one of the things to remember is that everybody goes like, oh, I think I could do that, or oh, why would you do that? And the thing to keep in mind is how many of those miles, how many of those hours, how many of those mornings you get up on your own, you do it on your own, you cycle 10 miles on your own, and you run something like this 20k on your own. And the answer is 70%, 80% of them. And it's super key to remember that that's the point of it. Nobody fucking ran those miles for you. Nobody's gone up. And that's part of it. And people will still be like, oh, well, oh, why would you do that? Why would someone do that? And the answer is because they're fucking not doing it. The power to rise over love, over hate.
Yeah. I could kayak fast like it.
We're what, 15 miles in? We got 9k to go, about, what's that? 3 miles to go. 15 miles in. Mile 15.
And we're gonna try to get back before it gets dark.
Beautiful.
A cold society from which we'll rise over love.
Yeah, it's cool.
We're currently about 16 miles in. And up, Abby. We've earned it today. Towards the heavy, not on the heavy. How are you feeling, Deb?
I'm doing good.
Feeling good?
Yeah. Well, no. My legs are fucking dying.
Some potential fish and chips on the horizon. And road to ultramarathon status. Road to Ironman Tembe. Here we are. Last kilometre. It's pitch black. We nearly lost the line. last kilometre.
That's 18 miles done. Chips, fish. What more do you need in your life?
Fish and chips.
Chips, fish and chips. That's what the boys will call them. I'll rate it out of 1 to 10. Hold there.
In a
Prop it up.
2015 Polo in a car park.
We're sat in a Volkswagen Polo in a dark car park eating fish and chips in Middle at Peaks. What more do you want in life? Big up the crispy cod in the Peak District. Shout out the crispy cod.